Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Aaron, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over the most important pieces of data to collect when you are coaching or operating with sales managers. Or if you're even a salesperson yourself, these are really good numbers to keep a track of. I run a window cleaning franchise with a company called College Pro, and so in my business, I coach students on how to improve their sales, selling window cleaning, pressure washing, other home services. Yeah. Anyways, so these are the really important things to keep track of. First of all, we have average job size. So average job size, what that means is just the average job. So to find that number, you can just take your total sales divided by the total number of jobs. You can do it per week. You can do it for the entire year, whatever, just to give yourself an estimate on average job size. So in my business, average job size is likely around $300 per job. There's ways to increase average job size, obviously upselling, doing other stuff, like interior windows, eaves troughs, exterior eaves troughs, pressure washing. Okay, success rate. So SR, or success rate, is probably the most important number to look at, and I'll talk about why that is in a minute. Basically, that's just the percentage of jobs you close. So the amount of estimates you do and the amount of book jobs you do will give you your success rate. So typically, for the people that I work with, their success rate starting out will probably be low, maybe 35, 40, and they'll work their way up from 50, 60 to 70%. My SR, when I was a rookie at 18 years old in 2015, proudly was actually, 80%. So I had an 80% XR. Basically what that is that every 10 estimates I did, I was able to book 8 of them. Number of estimates, like I said, let's say in this example, 20, that would be an SR would be 10. So 10 book jobs out of 20. Hours marketing, it depends, but typically my team will work 10 to 15 hours specifically every week doing marketing. So let's just say 15 hours. Sales, well, that would be in this example, number of book jobs times the average job size. So about 3,000. And then booking rate would be take your sales, divide that by the number of hours you marketed. So in this example, their booking rate would be about $200 per hour. And so these numbers will fluctuate week to week. And so if you're coaching your guys, or if you're a salesperson yourself, these are numbers to look at. And again, most of these are going to come from, in my business, door to door. You can see from week to week how your team is progressing. Maybe their average job size is increasing, so they're doing really well at upselling, or maybe it's staying consistent. So let's say week 2 is the same, $300 per job. But then you can track, maybe this week they did 25 estimates, and maybe they booked 17 jobs. I'm just using this as an example. But to get that SR, you'd obviously divide your book jobs divided by the number of estimates you did. So that would give you your success rate. So in this example, week 2, this manager able to book 17 jobs out of 25 estimates. So they were booking at a 68% success rate. So let's say the number of hours of marketing went up to 20, something like that. And so, their sales, in this example, I'm just going to do 300, multiply the number of jobs booked. So about $5,000. And then, the booking rate would be the number they did, divide that by the amount of hours marketing, $255 per hour. So it's always good to see your employees' numbers, how they're progressing week to week. Are they progressing? Are they going downwards, right? The main one that I will stress that you should be always focusing on your team is going to be success rate. And the reason why success rate is so important is because if you have two different sales managers, and if they put in the same amount of hours, they get the same amount of estimates, they have the same average job size, all else the same, their success rate will determine who is more effective, right? Who's more productive. I'll just show you this example. So let's say we have here, manager A and manager B. Let's keep everything else the same. So sales goal for them, let's say, is $10,000. They need to book $10,000 this week. And manager A has a success rate of 60%. Manager B has a success rate of 40%, meaning manager A, out of 10 estimates, we'll book 6 of them. And manager B, out of 10 estimates, those same 10 estimates, we'll book 4 of them. So you could see that the input is the same, but the output is different, right? So average job size staying the same, 300. Number of book jobs needed to do $10,000 in sales for both of them would be 33 jobs, right? 33 times 300 is roughly about $10,000. Just taking their success rate in mind, the number of estimates needed for each manager is drastically different. Manager A, with an SR of 60%, will only need 56 estimates to get that number. And manager B would only need 83%. That's why SR is so important, because everything else the same, SR will determine who is more effective, who is booking more work. Let's say hours needed. Let's say it takes, 4 estimates per hour right? Let's say you're lined up a bunch of estimates and you do them back to back. That leaves 10 to 15 minutes per estimate, which is, I think, all you need to do an estimate for window cleaning. So if you were to take that and divide it by 4, that would give you roughly the amount of hours needed to do these estimates if you were to do them back to back for an hour, right? And you could see here the number of hours needed are drastically different, right? So manager A only needs 14 hours to book 10 grand. Manager B would only need 21 hours. So right there, that shows you that success rate is super important. Now, there's things you can do to try to adjust your average job size, right? Upselling, stuff like I mentioned before, bigger ticket job items and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's keeping them the same. It's success rate really that determines the success. So I would recommend keeping track of all these different data points. It's really good to know how your team is doing, how many hours they're putting in for marketing, what their sales are like, what's their booking rate per hour. Definitely track their success rate, their SR. And just so you know too, let's say we're doing this week to week, it doesn't necessarily just mean they have to land the estimates at the door. They can just as easily, do all these estimates, but then follow up with them, right? So let's say customer, wants some time to think about it, needs to talk to their spouse, whatever it is. If you schedule a follow-up call and you complete that scheduled follow-up call and book them in, I still count that as a book job, still part of the numbers each week. Something you can just do straight away to increase your success rate is to make sure you're following up with customers or unlanded estimates, right? The people that didn't say yes at the door that want or need a follow-up. If you're actually hitting those calls and doing those follow-ups, then you will land more jobs and therefore increasing your success rate. Anyways, that's the video. I just wanted to go over the key data points that I look at when I am coaching my sales team on their window cleaning estimates and sales. So that's what I look at. I hope that was helpful to you. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. If there's anything I'm missing, please also let me know as well. I'd love to learn more. Thanks for watching this video, and yeah, have a great day.